we're about 2 weeks out from kidding season, so now's a good time to check on udders and all the baby bumps. And we can kind of try to guess how many they're gonna have. The girls are kind of going all over the place right now because they just got breakfast put out. They did get switched over to grass hay because that's all we could find. And they're not too happy about it. They want alfalfa instead, don't you? We'll go over the girls, probably not in any particular order, just whoever seems to be standing in front of the camera first. So here we have Coco. She's gonna be one of the first ones due. She did short cycle, so she could be a week after the first expected due date. But she has a little bit of a baby bump going. She's got a little bit of an udder going, not too much. I did do all of their hoof trims and they got their pre-kidding shave, which is why they look a little funny on the back end. But yeah, Coco is gonna be a 4th freshener, I think. She has had triplets and last year it was quads. This year she doesn't look that big. I can't feel a baby when I bump her. And the udder isn't really doing a whole lot as of now. But she is still 2 to 3 weeks out. So she could like explode here in the last couple weeks. But as of now, just based on how little she is, and with my luck, she may just give a single. But I'm at least hoping she'll have twins. Babs over here is going to be a 2nd freshener. Last year was her 1st freshen and she had triplets. She does have quite the bump going and she has a nice little udder. I don't remember how big she was last year, but it didn't look like she was going to give me triplets. So she definitely hides her kids pretty well. And a reminder, when you are behind the goat looking at them, lunch is on the left. So this is the rumen. And the rugrats are on the right. So your baby bump is always on the right side. And when they fill up, if they have multiple kids, you can get some kid growth this direction. But as a general rule, any bump on this left side is just gonna be their rumen. And that will roll and kind of look like a kid maybe kicking or moving, but it's just the rumen digesting everything. So don't be fooled by the left side. Right is where all your babies are. I'm guessing twins this year. Would love another set of triplets because her babies were gorgeous, but I'd be happy with twins. We'll go with Birdie next, the black one here in the middle. She's also going to be a 2nd freshener. Not super big, but again, she's one of the deeper girls, so she carries more like up and down versus out to the side. She has a very nice udder. She is one of the first girls due as well. That helps. But yeah, last year she had twins for her 1st freshen. I would guess probably twins again. And then Bunny is over here. Miss Bunny is going to be a 1st freshener. She has a really big belly. Like, she's deep, but she's also pretty wide and her stomach is tight. So honestly, I kind of want to guess triplets with her. So nice little udder bump. Belly's pretty big. I want to guess triplets for her. Probably going to be twins, but I'm going to guess triplets. Then we have Birdie. Oh, you're all right. I've been bumping them to feel for kids lately, and they're kind of over it. They don't really want me touching them at the moment. But yeah, Miss Birdie is going to be a 2nd freshener. Last year was her 1st, and she had a single. She does look quite a bit bigger this time around. And she has a cute little udder going. I want to guess twins for her. Could be another single, but I want to guess twins. Miss Rayna here in the middle. She's one that is going to be due later, so she's still more like a month out. Not a whole lot going on bump-wise. Has a cute little udder. I missed a spot when I was shaving, so I need to redo her so we can see her udder better. But yeah, gonna be her 1st freshen. I think she's probably gonna give me a single, but again, she's got a couple more weeks to grow and maybe she'll give me twins, but I'm betting a single with her. Here's Katana. She is the last one due out of the girls that were confirmed bred by blood test. She could hold out and not kid until the first part of June. But she is kind of wide already. She's always kind of a wide girl, but she does have a bump. She's not friendly, which is why I can't really get close to her. But she's got a cute little udder going that she's not going to show us. And she's wide, so I would bet twins on her. But we'll see. Maybe she'll give me triplets, but I'm betting twins. Oh yeah, just in case you don't know why we shave the back ends like we do. This helps keep them clean. Obviously, when they have babies, it's really messy, and they will be messy for a few weeks after. So we trim up the tail hair so it's not so long and doesn't get all matted. And then, of course, we do the legs and the udder, so it's just a lot cleaner and easier for the kid to find where they need to be. And we can keep a better eye on the udder if we can see it through all the hair. But it's definitely optional. You don't have to do it. Since we milk our girls, it's also a lot easier to milk them if they don't have all the hair in the way. But yeah, totally optional. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. But anyway, this is Foxy. She's probably going to be the first kid. I think she's the earliest one if Coco hadn't settled on that first breeding. Because Coco has the same due date for the first pairing, but then she could be a week after for her short cycle. Not sure which one it is. Foxy's probably going to be our first one. She is very wide, has a cute little udder going, but she was also extremely wide last year when she gave me a single. So she's just a naturally big girl. But last year she was ultrasounded to have 3 babies, but only ended up having 1, so she absorbed the other 2. I'm hoping for twins. Triplets would be fantastic because she's one of the girls with the better lines. But yeah, hoping for twins. And then her daughter here, hiding. Tango is she's looking pretty round for a first freshener here. She's also kind of a deep-bodied girl, so she doesn't really carry out to the sides. She has a nice udder. It'll be her first freshen. I want to say twins for her, but honestly, she might be like her mom and give me a single. But I'm gonna hope for twins. I forgot to mention with Foxy, I believe this is gonna be her 4th freshen. She has had a single, twins, and a single. I have one more girl. There she is. Miss Yona. She is also skittish, just like Katana. So she doesn't really want me to get close to her. She does have this little bald streak on her back right here. We did our lice prevention treatments, and for whatever reason this time she had a little bit of an allergic reaction to it, and the hair fell out where we applied it. Her skin's fine. She didn't have a rash or any irritation there. The hair just fell out. So that's what that is. But yeah, she is technically gonna be a 2nd freshener. Last year she had twins, but they were a few weeks early and they did not make it. So she technically has freshened. She just didn't make it to full term. So we didn't really get to see a full udder or anything on her. But yeah, this year she looks fairly round. And she has a cute little udder bump. I would try to get a better look, but she'll freak out and try to run away. Yeah, cute little udder. Her belly is pretty round. Again, she's more of a deep girl, so she doesn't really stick out too far. But since her first freshen was twins, I would bet it's twins again. Yona and Katana are going to be on the sale list here after they kid, because I had the opportunity to bring in a couple really nice does with much better pedigrees behind them. And since those 2 are my super skittish girls that don't like to be handled, they are on the sale list first. But we'll see what they have. I may hold back a kid from one of them. But we're still kind of working on getting better pedigrees in the herd. Definitely want some girls with stars behind them. So we have cameras set up, or at least 2 of them are currently up and running. I did manage to find a solar panel that works with these ones, so I don't have to keep taking the batteries out and charging them, which is fantastic. These night owl cameras are really good other than that battery life. After a year, the batteries kind of stop wanting to charge. Or, well, they'll charge, but they don't want to hold a charge. So the batteries would like die overnight, which is obviously a pain when I'm trying to check on goats in the middle of the night. But yeah, I found a cheap set of solar panels on Amazon. They came in a 2-pack, so I tested it out on these 2 cameras first. And so far, it is keeping them charged during the day, which means I have full battery overnight, and then when the sun comes up in the morning, they start getting recharged again. So hopefully during kidding season, I won't have to come out here and change batteries, and I'll also not have to worry about a dead camera when I really need to check on a doe. So we have 2 more panels coming for this camera and this camera. I'm probably gonna move that one over here so I can keep an eye on this pen. As of now, these 2 cameras can show me this pen and part of this pen with the way that they're angled. But the girls will be hanging out in here for the most part. And then when I notice somebody is definitely going to be kidding, they're gonna get moved over there and they'll kid and hang out with their babies in this area for a couple days until the babies are sturdy enough to come out and hang out with everybody else. But we use that as like the little mom and baby pen. Normally the ones that were kidding would go into a separate pen all by themselves while they kid, but we have a couple littles occupying a pen right now. Yes, you're hanging out in my kidding pen. So Sally's probably gonna go to her house here in about a week or so. I'm bringing in a bottle baby that can be friends with Dixie, and there will be a couple bottle babies that'll be friends with Sally. So these 2 can be separated since they'll have a friend now. But that also means this pen will still be occupied by Dixie and the little bottle baby. So as of now, my individual kidding pen is occupied. So we'll just have them all hanging out in the community pen until we get some kidding, then they'll go over here. Which means I definitely need a camera that can see this whole pen, because if you have one little blind spot, then they'll try to kid in there and you won't see it. But otherwise, I think that's pretty much all I have for an update until these girls start kidding. I'm hoping I'll be able to catch most of these kiddings on video for you guys, but we'll see how it goes. Hello, Rin. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.